Hi, my name is Robert. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. In this video, I'm going to be doing a engine fan mod. This fan is used to cool the engine down when your coolant temperature reaches a certain amount. On my car, it's normally around 216 degrees Fahrenheit. It'll cut the fan on and the fan will run until the car cools down to 206 degrees Fahrenheit. However, if you use the air conditioning, that fan may run all the time. I also think it's a two-step fan, two different speeds, one normal speed and another one when it senses a very high engine temp. At any rate, this modification should not affect the function or functionality of the fan. It should just give you a little bit more room for reaching your hand in between the fan and the intake manifold to do certain jobs on the car, like checking a sensor or getting bolts out for the intake manifold, or even maybe replacing the starter. So I'm gonna show you what the clearance is like before the fan mod, and then what the clearance is like on the fan mod. I think you get about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter more room. However, that inch and a quarter means a lot when you're trying to work on something. This is my car here, and it does not have the fan mod. Right here, where this little plug is, you can see I have this amount of clearance. I got about an inch and a half between the edge of the fan and the power steering pipes. On the other side, I have about 3 inches from the edge of the fan to the intake manifold. We're going to do a cooling fan modification, because when your coolant fan is here, you usually only have about an inch or two to reach down in here. So let's get started. We measured the assembly to the tip of that fan. It sticks out about 6.5 inches. We're going to do the mod and see how much it sticks out. First thing we're going to do is take off these 4 screws that secure the fan to this shroud assembly. Now you flip the shroud over and you set the fan down on where you want to bolt it in. Of course, these slits will bolt in here and here. You got to cut away at this plastic that stays stationary so that you can drop the fan down in here. That hole there and that hole here will secure it near the top. So you got to cut away at the plastic, come in this way, cut across this groove and come out this way. That way the fan will fall in there. So I'm going to score that and cut away at it with something, but you don't want to cut none of your fan assembly that turns. Be careful not to cut none of that. So I got a cut right there, and then over near the other one I got a cut right there, and I did the same thing on the other side. I had a cut near that screw hole there, and I got a cut before that screw hole here. Now I got to take this out, leaving this flat part, removing all of this step here and not damaging the fan in there. I scored it with a razor blade. I could try to break it off with pliers or something, but we're going to get a Dremel style tool and use that to just zip along there, cut that piece out. Then we'll be done with the mod versus short of screwing it back in and taking a measurement. I use this little Dremel tool to score it, and then I break it off with 2 hands. So that's what I'm taking off of both sides and leaving that on both sides. Oh, okay. Let me go on this side and score that. Ride it along that, and that's just scored enough for you to cut it off. Oh, that was it. There it is, cut on both sides. The fan still turns, the blades are a little bit up. And we'll get ready to set it in here and make sure it fits. Now the fan is screwed in from the inside, all 4 screws. The smooth part of the fan facing toward the radiator. And you see the fan turns freely, not rubbing on anything. Now let's measure it, see how high it is. So there you have it. About 1.25 inches of space you have. So instead of having 2 inches to reach in, you'll now have 3.5 inches to reach in, or 3.25. So we're gonna go ahead and install the fan. That's how much space you have with the fan mod. You probably get 1.5 inches there. So you almost double your space in here, getting down closer to the fan. The fan normally sits out about that far, at least 1 inch up here. But now you can reach your hand and arm down there and do stuff like remove the starter, check vacuum lines and wire harnesses and stuff like that. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.